Hi, Jess.
Hi, Lauren.
Welcome to Conspire-Reality.
Welcome.
We're back.
Yeah.
And on a weekend.
Ooh, crazy. It's a Sunday, though. I'm kind of having the Sunday scaries.
I know.
I have to travel for work tomorrow, too. It's like, to start the week. My husband and I, we were just saying, like, okay, like, truly, we keep being like, the diet starts. And then he was like, all right, we're doing it tomorrow. I went, I'm traveling. There's no way a diet is starting when I'm at the airport and I'm getting whatever sounds good. I'm going to get room service.
Also, can I just say that 60-degree day in February, like, all of a sudden I was like, beach body. I was like, where's my beach body? Is it ready at all?
Vince was saying, and I know exactly what he's talking about, this when you know you're like gained like that winter weight. He goes, when I like had to hustle and jog across the road, I felt my fat bouncing. And it was like, I need to rein it in. Like that jiggly feeling.
Oh my God. Well, speaking of people who do not need to work on their beach bodies, Summer House tonight. Southern Charms, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills,
Potomac.
It's on its final legs.
Did you see this week? More shows are starting.
Ooh, what?
Southern Hospitality starts after Southern Charm this week. Oh, it's Ladies of London starts this week. Well, we got to decide if we're going to.
I think we should. I think it's going to be good.
I loved OG Ladies.
Ladies of London OG was.
I mean, that gave us Caroline Stanbury.
Ahead of its time. We didn't realize what we had at that point. All right, let's start with some Bravo in the headlines.
Yeah.
So it's all about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So tragic news. I think most have seen at this point, but Robert Jr. has passed, Mary's son, which rest in peace. Yeah.
Still, I knew he was younger, but I was still really shocked when I saw 23.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Right? I kind of thought like he was higher 20. I don't know. Yeah. 23 just sounded so young when I saw it.
Also, just one quick note. We were decently hard on Mary for not going to visit her son in jail.
Yeah.
And now it kind of feels like that was probably a pretty safe spot for him.
I think she said that at the reunion too. Didn't she go?
She's like, I know he's safe.
I think I know. It was like she
it must have
had
gotten
the premonition.
Other Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I mean, they're just blowing up. So we're kind of late in filming this, but there was the narrative integrity clause that hit the airwaves. Did you see this? They all have a mega clause now in their contract that says they're not allowed to leak storylines to any sort of influencers, anybody outside, and they're not going to get screeners, which for the Housewives, that's like a huge deal. Crystal Minkoff on her podcast was explaining it, which is like basically you use the screener to like get yourself PR ready of like how you're going to react to it.
Because you get to see how they're going to.
Right. And if you don't have screeners, then you have to more respond live, which I think
Which I don't think those women are great.
They're not going to be good at.
Lisa.
Oh my God.
Lisa needs her team to structure her PR like soundbites.
Write her responses.
Yeah. Her apologies.
Yeah, right. Also, Salt Lake City, Whitney was drunk at a drag lunch. And when Whitney gets drunk, she gets really drunk. And she basically revealed through grainy footage.
Yeah. I wonder if phones were not supposed to be allowed.
And that woman was like, I got to get this.
Like, this is worth getting maybe kicked out to film this.
It's like Bigfoot footage. You're like, what did she say?
But also she's slurring her words so much. I was like, what? Like, she is hammered.
And she says something along the lines of, I could get fired for saying this, but there's plain footage, there was lawsuits involved, and it's way bigger than me. And
something about someone protecting them, as in Lisa and Meredith.
Why would the network be protecting Meredith and Lisa?
And didn't you say, like, Meredith's out? Is that official?
So the last thing, let's talk about it, is there was this pretty legitimate creator that was saying Meredith was disengaging from this chapter. Now, I have not seen anything since then, which that would be everywhere.
Yeah. And I had heard from a different things that said the cast is remaining the same.
Okay, the last thing on Bravo and headlines is Dumois. I sent you this. So D'Amelio and Paige. The rumor is Joe is moving to Miami, and everyone's asking, is Paige going to go with?
Yeah.
Now, she's like admitted via Giggly Squad, via Red Carpet, that they're dating, that they're exclusive, that they are fully a thing. Mm-hmm. And the rumor is he got a new job in Miami. I think they're just going to do long distance, don't you?
Yeah.
He's a New York boy, if I remember correctly. He's like an Italian New York boy.
So and she is New York.
Right.
Like
but that means he'll always come back.
Yeah. I just don't think he's endgame again. Like, I don't think
You don't think Joe is?
I mean, clearly they've kept their relationship so private, so I have absolutely nothing to go off of. But, like, he just still feels like a long rebound.
Interesting. Well, speaking of that crew, should we go to Summer House?
Yeah.
All right, so we have 2 episodes to recap from Summer House. So starting with the kind of family dinner where Kyle tries to apologize to everyone when it clearly should have just been Amanda. And then they all decide to go out, which he like turns around his attitude. Like 30 seconds later, he's like totally happy after that huge blow up, which just makes me feel like this is all an act. You know,
as we've said,
it's a performance.
They were for sure already done by this summer. So he's doing this for the ratings and the whatever. And it's a bit of an act. And all I could think, I've seen like a poll that they've done, and it's like men's biggest fear is being laughed at.
Oh, wow.
And that was literally Kyle going like, you're all laughing at me. And then it's like in women's biggest fear is being murdered. Oh. Little different situations.
So
and all I could think was just Kyle being like, and Ciara, you're laughing at me. Like he was so butthurt.
Kyle just, and then he goes out, right? Like, you should have stayed in with her. You should have made sure it was okay.
Yep.
He's the definition of the thing you're supposed to do. He does the opposite in the relationship.
Yeah.
When you should stay in, he goes out. So,
someone, like a creator, screenshotted the timestamp of him coming after his DJ gig, coming in, and it was 4 a.m. And they were like, the weekend after they had the fight about him being out too late, he stays out till 4 a.m.
Yeah. It's just,
it's like, okay.
Every time.
He's like, Amanda, I already popped my Adderall. Like, I have to be out till 4.
Let's take a turn and talk about Ben for a second. These last 2 episodes, we have the single party with Ben.
Yeah.
And everyone is chatting about him. Lindsay is like trying for him. Yeah. But just like, but I don't necessarily think Ben is like that attractive.
So I figured it out. I mean, says, you know, someone way lower on the attractive scale than Ben is. But looking at him head on, it's good. His profile's weird.
Really?
He has like a flat nose. He literally head on, I'm like, gorgeous. I mean, his body's amazing.
His body is amazing.
And then he turns and I'm like, oh, what did, it's like giving Voldemort nose or something.
Like a little flat.
Like
I mean, the reality is all these people are amazingly attractive. And we're like splitting hairs to a max.
Yeah.
But just the fact that Ben's storyline seems to be I'm gorgeous and single,
Yeah.
I'm like, is gorgeous in the room with us? Like, I'm not seeing it.
It's also the Australian accent.
Sure.
It's the accent in person. Oh, I forgot to say it, but on the premiere, as you know, still listen to Giggly Squad, they say a lot of the time, oh, women in STEM. It's like their joke thing. And when Ciara picked them up and they were packing the luggage, they got it all to fit and they went, women in STEM. I was like, that was a Giggly Squad reference.
All right, so let's talk about Jesse and West and the whole entire situation that has happened.
The Ciara of it all.
Jesse's such an asshole.
He is.
This is way too flippant. If you're going to go to your best friend and say, like, hey, I want to make out with that girl, it's got to be like, we are, you know, we are star-crossed lovers. I want to marry her. He's like, hey, can I make out with her? It's too flippant.
Yes, and Jesse knows for sure how bothered West still is by how Ciara reacts to him. It was literally, wasn't it like the night before that West was like, that was like the best night Ciara and I have had, and he's like giddy because they had a good interaction. Like, Jesse, you know your friend is still like hung up and very bothered. Like, oh my God.
And I feel like they kind of protect the boys on this cast in my mind.
Yeah.
And I feel like if this was a girl doing this like Amanda or Ciara, or like Jessica, we wouldn't hear the end of it.
I know.
And this is like very glossed over in my mind for how weird it was.
I didn't like West was being such a like cop out when they were then in the floaty and he was throwing the other guys under the bus. He's like, Ben and KJ were really bothered by it. And he's like, anyone in my position would say you're being a jackass, but he would not go like, I think you're being a jackass.
I know.
That's so West, though.
It was such a like sidestep out of it.
Yeah.
But I think it was good that he at least said something.
Yeah. And wasn't just like, yeah, if it happens.
Jesse continues to drive me nuts. So let's go to single event in the city with Ben.
Yeah.
So Lindsay makes her appearance. So we were rude about Lindsay last time. I'm like, she's kind of done. She's not. I think she's in it. I think it's like she gives like nostalgic energy. I'm like, oh, thank God, Lindsay's back.
Yeah. And God, I'm a broken record. She's single, so I'm curious to see what she gets out. So now I'm like, let's see her get involved and party it up.
And I love it. I think she's so authentic. She hit the nail on the head. She's like, I have had the kid, so I don't need to force this as much.
But like, talk about how, she met Turner and was like, okay, you're the one. I'm gonna pull the goalie and you're not gonna know about it.
Yes.
Like, let's be honest.
I don't think there was a lot of planning with that.
She was doing ovulation test strips and then
suggesting they shouldn't use a condom.
And then being like, oh, let's go. And he was none the wiser.
Right.
I swear she
But I think she gives me vibes that she's not like they call it in the NBA, you call it like an anchor baby. I mean, like you anchor to a guy who makes a lot of money because you know that you'll be taken care of for the rest of your life if you have a kid with him. Yeah. And she does not give me that vibe. She wants a solid guy. She wants a good dad. But she's like, I'm going to make my own money.
Oh, so, for sure. She did not do it for the money or the child support. She seems
like co-parenting. She'd be like...
I think she was like, you have good genes.
Yeah. You're smart. You have a good job.
It's a lot cheaper than going the Lala Kent round having to get a sperm donor. So she's like, great, you'll do.
I kind of agree with that, Jess. Anyway, so she seems to be hitting on Ben, which everyone's like, oh, Lindsay. Did you watch her Watch What Happens live with him?
No, I didn't.
So she was over the top hitting on him, and he's like got a girlfriend at this point. Like we all know it.
We know he does now.
And Reddit finally caught up. I mean, Jessica, you called it first, but Reddit finally caught up to where they're like, wait, Ben has had a girlfriend since October. And so he was clearly so uncomfortable and Watch What Happens live. And she's like trying to act like she's still flirting with him.
It was like, no, that was his storyline for the summer.
Yeah, like,
Lindsay, keep it moving. He has a girlfriend that he's gone public with.
But also on this Watch What Happens live, and also on her social media, Luke is everywhere. Remember Luke from Summer House?
Oh,
Lindsay would be the classic person where they've had sex, but like just she's not dating him.
Yeah. Used and abused him. Do you know the tea? People think Amanda Batula has a boyfriend.
Aiden Blake, his name is.
And he was at
the singles event.
The singles party.
Jessica, I saw this too. Which I'm like, Amanda, like, please do not go after the guy with the mustache. His name's Aiden Blake.
So hipstery.
He's got this tiny ass little mustache.
Yeah.
And kind of a mullet. I'm like, is this Kyle's younger brother? Like, please do not go after a Kyle.
I hope he's taller.
He's right, truly. Kyle was a pixie. Aiden, though, seems to be kind of influencer famous. Yeah. Comedian.
But he is, like, in the group. So I like that.
I
think West brought him.
Interesting. Here's the thing. Amanda, the only thing you can say about Amanda in this whole situation, because he's treating him horribly, he kind of deserves it, is that, and I always think about this with my husband, if you marry someone who shows a certain type of pattern, you cannot get into the marriage and then be like, oh, that pattern that I saw, like, you need to be different than that pattern. My husband is a quieter guy, very smart, very kind, but he is not Mr. Run around the room and sell you everything he's working on. Yeah. Right. I used to get mad at him when we first started dating that he needed to, like, talk more and, like, get in the mix. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that's not who you're marrying, Lauren. So you can't get mad about it. Amanda Batula, the one thing you can say is, like, Kyle showed all of this.
Yeah, he did not flip a switch when you got married.
No,
he cheated on you when you were dating. He partied till the wee hours. Right. He was rude to you.
Right. He wanted you to be more ambitious.
Summer should be fun.
Yeah, Amanda is
not fun.
Right.
I mean, come on. He said that to your face.
He was an entrepreneur. Literally, all the things that she's
that
mad
are bothering you. That's a great point.
Showed them.
Yeah.
And, you know, if the aunties were here, my mom was here, she'd be like, if the person shows you who they are, believe them.
Yeah. The first time. I believe that was an Oprah quote, or it was
something on the wall of our middle school, like something like that.
My mom loves that. When someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Yes. Okay. The last thing I want to say about Lindsay, also watch What Happens Live before we keep moving here. Yeah. Did you see she talked about Salley?
Yeah. She's like, Sally's in the news a lot.
It's the shadiest.
Such good shade.
It was the shadiest thing. Well,
that was her way of being like, she gets around.
Well, and Andy was trying to be messy, and he was pushing so hard on Lindsay that she was flirting with Austin at BravoCon.
Oh, yeah.
Andy Cohen was going on and on about how he's like, oh, there was definitely green lights between you and Austin.
Yeah.
He's like, and you were ovulating?
That was weird. I was like, is she trying to have her second kid?
And she was like, what does that mean? Like, I don't,
Yeah, that was a weird. I saw the clip of him saying you were ovulating. I was like, Andy, ew.
I feel like that's the difference between like OG classic Bravo and like some of these newbies where like they just know how to answer in a way that's like, you know exactly what side they stand on without having to hear it.
Yes.
Okay, so back to the summer house. Kyle's coming in saying how he's going to DJ. He's DJed a sold out show at his family's reunion or whatever.
Oh.
So, and then he was going to go DJ at the like
somewhere in the Hamptons.
And he's kind of hoping Amanda comes out with him, and she is
she's sick. And she had an amazing recovery. The next day, she was fine. I didn't hear a goddamn cough once. So that one night of sleep really
I think
did
so.
wonders.
It's like back to the point like where Kyle does the exact opposite. Amanda also like she knows he just wants her.
She knows that he wants her there, and she's like, I'm gonna be home. I'll be washing my hair.
Boo, you whore. Remember the Mean Girls?
Yeah.
I can't go out, I'm sick.
Boo, you whore.
Jesse with the bed bugs. I mean, that's just an excuse for him to like
get more screen time.
Or I was gonna say touch Cher's boobs.
Rest his head on her bosom.
Both can be true.
And the spooning was so weird.
And Mia's like, is this normal? It's like, no, Mia, get out of the bed. That's not normal.
No, because he even goes, I hope I don't get a boner. And I was like, ew, Jesse.
But he's used it twice to put his head on or touch her breasts. I'm like, this is not the bed bugs. This is the Me Too.
This is about to be that threesome all over again.
This is the Me Too bugs. Like, get off of her.
Ciara does not seem to mind. I do think she likes the attention. And she likes stringing him along knowing, like...
I mean, yeah, the Prozac is Prozacking. Okay, so last couple things. Of course, I'm Jesse, because he's on my naughty list this time. What do you think with him in that song? Was that about Ciara?
It must be, right?
He's just, like, not deep enough. I think someone writes Jesse's songs for him. I don't think he's...
Chat GPT.
I don't think he's writing his own songs.
Yeah.
He also fully lives in Miami. Does everybody know this?
You've said that before.
He fully does not live in New York. He only comes up for the filming.
What the fuck?
I know.
Did he move after?
No, did you not remember?
But he was cast and...
Jessica, he lived next to, who's the girl, main character on Siesta Key? Julia Porter. Julia Porter. So Julia Porter, there was a moment that they were flirting with her, getting her on Summer House.
Oh, that's when you were like, no, we're not hopping shows.
No,
and
you don't get to just come on Bravo Summer House. And then I think Jesse probably took the contact and went and interviewed, and then he got in. So he lives in Miami, so he's not a New York boy.
I'll have to notice.
Mr. New York, New York. It's like, no, you're not. Not a New York boy. I know he wants to be Frank Sinatra. I know he does. Like, I'm not into this song.
No.
And then do you get how his name under his
says
name?
musician.
Jessica.
People are showing this clip. It's like him coming out of the car, and it has the, whatever ribbon showing musician. And they're like, if I send you this, it means I'm lying about my job. Like, I don't know. It's just a funny thing. I was like, yep.
Oh my God. Also, the last thing about Jesse is in the pool with Wes. They end on the conversation, and he literally says something to Wes like, it won't stop me.
Yeah.
About the make-out with Ciara.
I was hoping that's been cut weird. I'm like trying to like be like, is this an editing thing? Because that is horrible.
Does Southern Charm next?
Yeah.
So Mexico. Well, actually, no. First of all, we need to take a giant step back because we've just talked about Summer House. Have you seen the rumor going on between Salley and Kyle?
No.
Yes, Jessica. Oh my gosh.
She's hopping.
There's a rumor going on that at the Summer House party, she was cozying up to Kyle Cook. Salley from Southern Charm.
I can't. Who else can she bang in the Bravo world?
Okay, so this is the only way I can think about it. You know when you're a bad driver and everyone else on the road kind of just watches out for you?
Yeah, they have to
and
you
think in your head, wow, I'm a good driver because I haven't gotten any car crashes.
Yeah.
But everyone else is just watching out for you. I feel like Salley is a homie hopper, does the most, nabs everyone's man, and she thinks I'm just like I'm that girl. I am 100% that bitch. And it's like, no, everyone is watching you and like taking 2 steps back as you like spin around Tasmanian devil and like hit all these dudes on the way down.
Right. And how's that tactic working out for you?
I know.
Oh, I meant to say, a few weeks back when Austin was on Watch What Happens Live with Whitner, I forget what Andy asked, but it was something about Salley and her, that she wants to be married and have kids. And he's like, well, her actions aren't really like leading her in that direction.
Who said that, Andy?
Austin said that about Salley.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. So,
and it's accurate, but I just was like, wait, I thought they were still kind of cozying up.
Well, let's talk about, she was on Not Skinny, Not Fat podcast. Oh, so yeah. I listened to it.
Oh, okay.
Here's the key takeaways.
Again, I just saw clips of
She said he would be annoyed if she had a girlfriend. I mean, if she had a boyfriend, she would be annoyed if he had a boyfriend. But then she also...
The classic, we're dating, but we're not dating.
But...
We're not official, but
he doesn't think that, Jessica.
Yeah.
We've looked at Instagram traffic. If you look at her stuff, he doesn't like it. At least not right away. If you look at his stuff, she's up in the comments talking about things amazing with hearts.
Or like wants it known she was also there, even if he didn't include her in a photo.
Right. She also talks about this Skinny Not Fat podcast that she had DM'd an NFL player named Cooper DeJean. He's like this young guy. I forget even what team he plays. He is dating Nikki Bella.
Oh.
And she openly on the podcast said how she slid into his DMs. That was what she was talking about on the effing podcast. I mean, that's like, I feel like Celebrity 101 is like, you would never talk about that.
Yeah.
How you like just slid into someone's
putting
DMs.
Them on blast, too.
The other thing, she went on Watch What Happens Live, Salley did, and she said something around Whitner, like, you don't know who he is yet.
Because I think Andy said, why is nobody going for Whitner? And she's like, you haven't seen the real him.
Real him. He got really mad about that, and he started this campaign behind the scenes with other Southern Charm members to, quote unquote, take Salley down.
Okay.
And she walked into the Not Skinny, Not Fast podcast with, like, that on her mind. The host was like, what's wrong with Whitner? And she's like, he's a prick. Now, the other thing I'll say about Whitner is that there's been one Bravo creator out there who's like, I send you some of her stuff. I'm not going to name her name, but like, she's kind of political.
Yes.
And Whitner is clearly on the left, and this creator leans more right, openly so. I'm not like outing her. She openly leans more right. And Whitner has been apparently what kids call doxing any Bravo creator or Bravo person who's like showing more conservative or MAGA leanings. He gets into the DMs and he's like taking them apart. Like,
how does he have the time with that regime he does every day? Come on, Whitner. Like,
well, and this Bravo creator was like posting shots of it. And Jessica, all I want to say to you, this is my big conclusion, is first of all, Whitner, like, we smelled that at Itchy Grass. We smell that on him. We smelled the pretentiousness.
Yeah.
You called it. I called it. Like, this is no shock to me that Whitner is a fucking prick.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that fiance or that girlfriend, whoever it was, she's like, thank God they figured it out. Thank
so
God.
Happy. Yeah.
Thank God I don't have to go on social media to defend myself.
But okay, let's get into Mexico.
Well, first of all, congratulations to Madison on her baby.
I thought you were going to say congratulations to Salley for finally hooking up with us.
That too.
But yes, the baby.
She brought the baby, by the way, on the after show, which the baby like cried the entire time. My husband thought it was our own daughter crying.
Are you gonna go get her?
He's like, can you turn down the volume? Like,
I already hear enough crying in my life.
Anyway, all right. So let's cut to Mexico. The big thing that's happening is Craig with Venita, Craig with Salley, Craig with everybody.
Craig with alcohol.
Yes. So let's start maybe with Charley versus Salley, and they arrive there, and the big thing is that they have to share a room together. Charley, I mean, honestly, she's saying more to Salley than I would have said to my best friend at that age.
She is, but she isn't. The way Charley can't like get her words out was infuriating me. I was like, say it, like you're trying, and then she was doing that weird like.
She was like short-circuiting.
Yes!
Short-circuiting. Yeah, she was glitching. It was like I can't quite get there yet.
I still can't figure out like how to summarize Charley, but you had said it before that it's like the closest I can come to where she is so like, I must be girl code.
Yeah.
and then she cannot like go out of it. So at the final scene in the van, do you see Charlie's face in the back just like
horrified?
And I was like, and Craig, you just ended things with Charley. Little did you know, because she just witnessed, again, when someone shows you who they are, believe them.
So here's the thing. Let's talk about this, because
Paige must have loved this last episode.
He just proved everyone.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch that episode and you were still on Team Craig, like, you need to go see someone, because the level of female subconscious anger you have.
Yeah.
Everyone was saying, like, again, some of these, like, I don't know, creators were saying, well, Venita like poked the bear. It's like, no, here's the problem with Craig.
How are you
He brings a nuclear bomb to a knife fight.
Yes.
Everyone else is poking at you with a pencil in middle school, and he whips around and like machine guns them with like, you're dead to me, you're the worst, stay away from me. It's like, no one can recover.
Craig at that dinner was giving me Kyle at the apology dinner. You're laughing at me. He has like his ego and his pride.
Nobody knows what to do to like move on.
Yeah.
And Venita's like, no one defended me. I'm like, Venita, no one knows what to. They're paralyzed by the level of intensity it is.
Awkward.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he does it in the van. I mean,
oh my God.
And the van is very weird because he stands up.
It's aggressive.
That is yikes.
No, this is like not. It's so not a good look, but I am also like loving that this is the demise.
That this is his demise. Yeah. If you're that sewing down south, aren't you like, dang, holy, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
not a good look.
And you can see why Paige. You know, I thought Paige had a lot to do with this, where he's saying, I'm an alcoholic, Dawson. Remember all that?
Yeah.
I thought Paige kind of pushed him in that direction, which at the time I'm like, I don't think he's an alcoholic.
Oh, right. But now
you see why she did that. Because it's like,
because she's like,
the anger.
Doing that.
Yeah.
And
also,
it was so embarrassing.
I mean, Jessica, he was getting drunker and drunker. Like, everyone was like 10 shots in, and he's like, another round of shots.
Yeah.
Like, what was that?
And I mean, didn't something like so embarrassing like happen at Amanda and Kyle's wedding, like with him, and he was obviously hammered, so like he was doing it at these big events and just embarrassing the shit out of her.
So Venita, let's go back to her. People are really saying like, well, she poked the bear. I think the level of Venita being butthurt for multiple days, that's the thing with Venita that I
know
am a little annoyed with.
Yeah.
I do think she deserves to be hurt. I do think she deserves to be mad at Rodrigo, mad at Austin, all of it.
Yeah.
But multiple hours of acting like you're the doggy that just got hit with the newspaper. I'm like, Venita, let's go. Snap it together, girl.
I know. She's just a little wham this whole season.
Okay, so let's talk about that activity day really quick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my
surfing.
God, did I want to go on a beach vacation.
I know, but the drinking while on the ATV, Jessica, like, that was like, I was not.
I want to go to that tequila tasting place. That looked so cool.
Jessica, can you only get to the tequila space by ATVing?
Yeah.
But Jessica, you and I were not able to hang because they were 6 shots of tequila in like by noon.
Yeah.
The tequila tasting.
That's true.
We can't even do a wine tasting. We've had really bad days on a wine tasting. That was wine.
Yeah,
they were
that's
drinking
true.
tequila straight.
Yeah, I mean, you would truly have to just be sipping it, like,
and spitting it.
And that one, that's true.
Okay, so the surfing thing on the after show. Charley was there, you know, and she's trying to surf. And Shep, apparently he was trying to hit on her during that entire date. And he was doing so by coaching her over the instructor.
That is so Shep. Oh my God.
I know. I was like, oh my God. The last thing I'll say is on the after show, because I obviously watched that. I just love all the tea they spill.
Yeah.
2 things. One is Madison like sits there and says she's always going to be on Sally's side. Salley also on Not Skinny Not Fat said, well, I have Madison in my corner. And if you have Madison in your corner, you can't lose or something like that.
Well,
what is that?
Well, remember I told you, I think it was after the premiere, Madison was on Watch What Happens Live. And one of the like shady questions was, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a girl's girl is Salley? And it was when she was doing the stuff with Venita at the very beginning. And Madison was just like, Sally's my girl. She's a girl's girl. And I was like, no, she's not. Salley has something on Madison.
I know. Something. Someone's paying.
Sally's like, I have evidence that Brett is cheating on you, and I will be releasing it unless you back me up on everything this season.
Well, and the problem is, too, is like, you've grown to love Madison. Madison has become the voice of reason with all these men and all this stuff.
Yes.
And like the fact that she's blindly supporting Salley is like, wait, Madison, like,
I know.
You would be the one and any other girl that would be calling them out.
I'm surprised Madison likes Salley for Austin.
Right.
Like, yeah, something weird.
It's weird.
It's weird.
But I think Madison can't reveal anything about Austin because that would mean that, she didn't find the man of her dream. All right, let's do Beverly Hills next. So right off the top, I sent you this. Reddit found it, not me. I can't take credit. Bose is in a menopause ad. Jessica.
Thank you.
So for those that didn't see it, Bose was
on
on
storyline
Instagram in a social media ad for a menopause drug.
Yeah. And everyone's like, isn't she the one trying to get pregnant this season?
Oh my God. It's just like, and then let's just talk about that dinner with Keely where she is going.
So weird with her daughter there. The convos they were having.
You know what it gave me though? It felt like she was asking him on camera because she wanted to make sure she got the response that he gave. Housewives have done that before, where they talk about the thing from a guy, usually that they're a little nervous about, on camera, because
so that they give the best PR answer,
and then they have to follow through with it. Like she kind of trapped him a little.
Yeah,
I felt like that's what that was giving.
Yeah, it was
with her daughter there,
her daughter is so beautiful.
Beautiful. I agree.
The most flawless skin. I was staring at her, and she seems like the sweetest girl ever.
I know.
Doesn't she?
She seems like I want to know how Bose raised her so I can take some notes.
Literally, she's so sweet. When she was like, if you want another kid, Mom, I know how amazing you were as a mom to me.
I know.
I would love another, kid to experience that. I was like, that is the wisest thing, a 16-year-old.
Also, she seems, there's no gawkiness to her,
No.
there's no, we've had housewives where the daughter or the kids are acting foolish because of the cameras. Let's go back. So we have 2 episodes to talk about here. Amanda Manifestation Dinner. That's where we're starting on this, and the Hampton trip. So go ahead. You go first.
All I was going to say is we don't usually see a split in the cast. And I thought it was interesting, of course, because like we said, episode 1, Rachel Zoe is that girl.
Yeah.
She comes in and the women aren't even talking shit that they didn't get invited to the Hamptons. Erica makes comments like,
right.
Why am I not in the Hamptons?
Supposed to. She's annoyed. Yeah.
But Rachel just gets to just pluck the 2 she wants and go do it.
I agree. It was fabulous. I mean, I'm like, can we just have a show where Rachel takes everybody around the Hamptons? When
Literally,
Donna Karen was there, Kyle's like, I've died and gone to heaven. I'm like, this is what we needed in Beverly Hills.
Frickin' tea Rachel Zoe must have. All the people she's worked with. And when she was just going oh, and Michael Kors was so good to me early on in the race, I want to be like, and who wasn't nice? Can you share a designer that was a real asshole to you? Because I'd love to hear
And Jessica, this is the difference between someone who's a celebrity and someone who's Bravo famous. Rachel is celebrity. She knows the amount of people she was saying hi to in the Hamptons and all this stuff. And it's oh, and by the way, I'm filming this show. Versus the Bravo people are I'm filming this show and I happen to be in the Hamptons.
It is my DNA. I must be on this show or I am nobody.
I give her props. That is she's amazing. Yeah. So cut to the minor leagues, the people that got left behind on the bench, the manifestation dinner. Rose was so she's taking people's money so they can manifest about making money. What's the ROI on that? I'm like, yes, say more, Bose. She says, there's a quote I wrote down. She says, outside of a small group of online haters, I'm usually praised for what I do.
Everything she says, I want to roll my eyes. It's all...
Well, and let's be real, Reddit is coming for her because Reddit has done the due diligence on her courses, on all of her stuff. And net is that even though she claims to give financial advice, there's legal everywhere that says you cannot, that legal line that's you cannot trust us for
we
financial
are not
or legal advice.
A fiduciary, whatever.
There's stuff like that everywhere. And it's so what are we doing this for? Also, Reddit has found that you can't cancel her classes once you sign up for them. You can't dispute the charge.
Never get a refund.
Yes, all of it. At the end of the day, it's we've watched Wendy, we've watched Jen Shaw, we've watched a little bit of Mary, we've watched the scammers of all scammers, and this is too brazen for the Bravo audience. We're just we're not having it.
Yeah. Again with eye roll comments when she's doing the dinner and then it cut to one of her interviews and she was just the fact that like the women are not really taking this seriously, and I normally charge thousands for a private manifestation journaling session. I was like, oh my God, they're all sitting there just like, what do I write in my little notebook? What am I doing here?
The fact that you have Kathy Hilton. You asked the manifestation question of like something along the lines of like, if you were financially free, what would you want?
Yeah. So Kathy, what do you just do? How do you live your life, Kathy?
If I was Kathy Hilton, I'd like just close that book and be like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Like, I'm not doing this.
Kathy's
I have
like,
it.
I'm already there.
I'm there, boo boo. And then Sutton comes for Amanda. This is like one of Sutton's best seasons ever.
She's a little more clear-headed.
So I posted this. I don't know if anyone saw it, but basically Kathy in the after show says to Sutton, you're clear now. You weren't clear a year ago. You wouldn't be able to catch this because Sutton was describing a dynamic, right?
It's something like you articulated that really well and you wouldn't have been able to.
In the past. And the reason why I caught it, Jessica, is because my mom says that a lot. Like,
clear?
He's really clear-eyed. Like, my mom had a lot of comments about Andy Cohen one year after New Year's Eve.
Oh, and he was hammered?
Yeah, and she's like, his eyes weren't clear. So when Kathy Hilton was saying, you're clear now, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Sober-ish.
That's the boomer way of saying you're sober. You're sober.
Oh, my God.
But if you remember at this dinner, Sutton kind of pokes at Amanda and goes, you're not a young spring chicken.
Yeah.
She says basically like, you need to like own what you're saying.
Said, don't be a wimp. And then Amanda's like, don't call me a wimp in my own house. Oh my God, wait, I feel like that was a pretty good impersonation.
That was so good.
I was like, wait, I feel like I sound like her there.
That was AI. No, that was actually Jessica's real voice.
That was me. Oh my God. But Sutton had her moment there, but I just was like, I'm sorry, is Sutton's entire storyline that she's getting annulled?
Let's talk about Sutton's real storylines. So Sutton's storyline is that she is now Sutton Brown and she is having a refresh. The real storylines of Sutton is that her husband is marrying her best friend.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Somehow lost her other best friend from the show and her assistant. I want that stuff.
And, by the way, rumors are saying that Avi is straight, which I always thought he was gay. Yes, he's married. He's married with a wife, Jessica.
No, he's not.
And they're speculating that maybe there was some missed love connection.
Between Avi and Sutton?
Yes. Or
Lauren, I'm going to throw up. It's disgusting.
Or, well, she did make out with her driver. That's the only reason why I remember that. That chauffeur. Yes. Like, maybe she was too drunk and she kind of came on to him and he rebuffed. Oh. Or the other thing that they're saying is that Venita, which just seems so far-fetched, Venita went to go stay at Sutton's house for something. Okay. And the house was, like, not up to par for what Venita was, which is this sounds so far-fetched even saying it too. And Sutton fired him over that. I think I like the first one better. Sutton, there's a reason that Sutton got sober.
Yeah. Oh.
I think something happened with Avi when she was drunk. I'm just gonna say that.
Love that.
I mean,
Avi must have social media. I have to find it.
Yes, but he signed a big fat NDA.
Yeah, he probably got a nice payout.
Reddit, now this is all alleged because it's Reddit. Reddit's 99% wrong. But they were saying that Avi basically used to post pictures of him and his wife, and then he got super famous, so he stopped posting the family. Like, he took those down.
Oh my God, I can't believe it if he's straight.
I know, I'm like, what the?
No.
I've always thought he was gay, but I think it was more, maybe it's that, kind of if he had a New York accent, maybe I like misread it.
And just being a personal assistant.
Yes.
Most men are not organized.
Right. Like I remember those clips of him saying like, we got to get you into the right shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That doesn't
add up.
It always reminds me. It's like my favorite like boy story. My brother, when he was like in that, like going to tons of weddings and whatever. And he had just gone to a college friend's wedding. And my mom was like, what was the bride's dress? And my brother went, it was white. My mom was like, not really the detail I was looking for.
But that's the level that you're talking about. It's like, Abby was way too meticulous. Am I breaking the story? But also, can we go back to the fact that Sutton's husband is marrying her best friend?
Yeah.
Jessica.
Do we know who it is? I know that guy is like super private.
Really
So I'm
private.
Like, who is the woman? I want to know.
The
only clue she gave was like, we raised our sons together.
Right. All right. So the other thing with Amanda and Eddie have that conversation, and she's like, do you remember? She's like, because I didn't outsource my financial independence to a man.
And she, I tried to do my voice.
And she did. I can't do it.
It was so like deadpan too.
Yeah.
Because I didn't outsource no, she doesn't sound like that.
And it's like, the only thing I'll say about Amanda, this is the final thing, is first of all, she's filming solo in the after show. So clearly no one wants to film with her.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's probably going to be a one-hit wonder because the rumors they're bringing Lisa Rinna back.
I saw that, but then people are like, there's absolutely no way Rinna's coming back. Yeah.
The third thing is Amanda, we're not jealous of you. Like, even with how wealthy you are, even with the lifestyle you live, even with the Newport Beach home and all of that, I'm not jealous of her at all.
Yeah,
Jessica.
no.
I don't want any of that.
No.
It seems so fake.
Yeah. Just even her interaction with the husband was so, strange. Oh, and actually, fiance. I keep forgetting. They're not married.
Right. Let's cut to one thing I really want to talk about. Dorit and Mauricio lunch about PK.
Oh, yeah.
Jessica, I've always thought in my head that they would be great together.
Oh.
And after that lunch, I was like, no.
No.
They will not be great together.
No.
Dorit is, I mean, that made me think second thoughts about Dorit's story about PK.
Yeah. Because how can it be so different?
Yes.
When Mauricio's like, oh, well, I've seen a co-parenting plan. And she's like, oh, I've never seen it then.
Yes.
It's like, did PK go to all the effort to make a fake document to show Mauricio that then you truly did not send?
And they don't care, Jessica. They're flying around LA. Paparazzi picked them up.
Oh,
like
I
going
just
to
saw Chateau Marmont.
Yeah, which we know about because of the Valley.
Yeah.
And PK's drinking again, by the way. There was a fan who took a photo with him, and he was wasted.
Not clear.
He was not clear. His eyes were not clear, as my mom would say.
Yeah.
And I just, that conversation, I went, it was like a record scratch for me. I'm like,
you're like, nope, not meant to be together.
Well, they're not meant to be together, and also like Dorit may be lying about some of this.
Yeah,
I'm so gullible. Like, I always follow the thread.
Oh, the Denise Richards.
Yes.
And then Erica. Okay. There were rumors. I don't know if the timing, I think it lines up. Do you remember? So that little casita thing she lives in, I think he's maybe moved or sold it or whatever, was next to Army Hammer.
Yeah, I wrote
Is everyone saying they think maybe the physical thing was Army Hammer?
So it's one of two things. It's Reddit is putting this together. It's either Army Hammer, who, for those who don't remember, he's this beautiful man who got Me Too'd pretty heavily, and women coming forward saying he both emotionally, sexually, and physically abused them.
Yeah.
And then there was also a rumor that there was cannibalism.
Yeah, like it was getting
dark stuff. It was Epstein files.
I watched a little like Hulu documentary on it, and it was dark. A few of the women participated.
And so Army Hammer lived, I think, near her, right?
Yeah, it was like the next house from her casita thing.
And it was 2019 that she broke up with Girardi.
Because she said it was soon after the separation, and that all tracks because she moved to that casita thing.
And so it was 2019 that he got Me Too'd, and then 2020 they got divorced, and the whole allegations came out.
Okay, yeah.
And then I think they got together in 2021. So he was probably in there, like, disposed garbage, as he should be. And she probably was like, let me try and give him a chance.
Yeah, because he is very hot. And she was probably like, maybe it's not all true.
And then
that was the only thing I was like, that tracks that it would be.
I just want to be, I wish we lived in the world, and I hope we do one day where you name it.
You just say it.
Name the name. Name the name. You know who I really loved? Lisa Rinna. So recently she got, did you hear this, at the Traders premiere?
Yeah.
She was like roofied.
Said she got roofied.
At the Traders premiere. And she went on, I think it was like Good Morning America, a big time news outlet. And she said it was the Abbey, which we know of the Abbey because that's where the Beverly Hills have gone.
Yeah. For the OC women, Emily did the night, right?
Yes.
It's like the gay
and then if you remember Tom Sandoval and Raquel, that's where they were first getting, they were first
spotted
hooking
at
up.
the Abbey.
Yes. But it's like she went on that show to name that business, to take that business down. Like she was through it.
She's saying like a worker did it?
Yeah. She was saying that she had fentanyl in her system.
Yeah.
She had a bunch of these crazy ass drugs that she would have never taken, and it was in her drink. And her husband caught it. But I mean, here's the thing. Traders premiere means that you're around such high profile people.
Yeah.
Like, and then if you look in the Reddit post of this coming out, or even on social media, there's more people coming forward saying like, I went to the Abbey and had the same thing happen to me.
Oh my God.
Right? So,
Dang.
So, but she said, the point of that was saying, she said it so nonchalantly. She was like very direct. She's like, the Abbey.
Yeah.
It was that.
Yeah.
She was not protecting
She wasn't
anyone.
like, we were at an after party.
An establishment in West Hollywood. And it's like, I feel like that's how we should name the men who these things happen to us.
I agree. It's like you are potentially setting yourself up for the legality because they will come at you even though they're wrong. Like, but like they'll do it to act like they're defending their honor. And it's like, well, if you don't actually have proof.
Right.
So I get it because it's just become a lawsuit situation if you don't want the headache.
Right.
But I agree. Too many people get away with it because, I wished Erica was like, oh, and it was so-and-so. Look them up online.
Well, and I felt bad for her in the after show. She said she's worried how people were going to react to her. And Jessica, I saw online that like people were like taking her out because of the mascara crying with the therapist.
Yeah.
I felt so bad.
It's like, guys,
that's why they don't share it.
That's what we're focusing on.
Yeah. She had mascara dripping down her face. Like, why didn't she wipe it? I don't know, but.
Or the therapist was like, maybe just dab your cheeks. Well, Erica had the same scene with Kyle. And everyone was like, that was so fake. Why wasn't she wearing waterproof mascara? Erica's had the mascara thing claimed, yes.
Then Rachel Zoe drops the big thing at the end.
Admits that she cheated on her, at the time, boyfriend, and then he proposed the next day.
That was weird. But then he sounds like he cheated on her.
Yes.
Like that was the culmination of the divorce.
When she's saying, I found out something I couldn't.
Which Kyle kind of caught it, and I thought that was right. She's like, that's weird that he proposed the day after.
It's very strange.
4 years in. Now, granted, it sounds like they were in their mid to young 20s.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they've been together. I mean, she's
years,
not that old. And
she said more than half of her life they've been together.
Whoa.
So, I mean, you're reckless in your 20s.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe she was trying to do it to prove a point or something. But she did downplay it a lot. Well, I just fooled around with a model. It's like, well, that would have been
cheating.
That would have been relationship ending for most of us.
Yeah.
No.
Interesting.
All right, let's move to Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yes. The reunion.
So we're just going to hit on this really lightly because I don't think, I mean, there's stuff going on, but it's reunion. Yeah. So there's not always a lot to say. Yeah. They look fabulous under their reds, all of their reds. I always feel like, Jessica, like Andy is wild with these ladies. Like the quote of like the blacker the berry, the sweeter the fruit. I was like, Andy, make me blush.
Yeah.
They were asking Andy if he's ever dated a black man, and he responded with, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the fruit.
Yeah, or the juice or something.
Which know. Andy, by the way, is wild on Threads, if you ever follow him.
No.
Basically the meta version of Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
He is wild. He claps back at people. He goes hard at like, political stuff. It's so funny watching him. Okay, so let's talk about Wendy and the investigation.
Yeah.
She seems like she's kind of saying a lot. Like,
I know, more than I thought. I thought it was just going to constantly be, it's an active investigation.
And I think Karen kind of calls her out for it and was like, you got to be quiet. Because follow me here, Professor. I mean, we haven't gotten to this
yet.
I
was about to say, wait, that already happened? But it's tonight.
She's like,
Part 3 is
shut the fuck up. Basically, like, stop talking.
Yeah. And I mean, Ashley's great line of like, well, you have 67 credit cards when Wendy's trying to say you have no accomplishments. Is that the time to stand up and be prideful and like egotistical, Wendy?
And that's the thing, Jessica, that I don't get is Wendy's kind of acting like this happened to her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you caused this.
And I know it's innocent until proven guilty, but the when it's like the state of Maryland, they don't come with these charges. It's been years. They said it's been years-long investigation, just like the Jen Shaw of it. These accusations don't come out of thin air.
Right.
This isn't one person being like, I think they're doing fraud, and like, we arrest you. It's like, they have built a frickin' case.
Right.
So sorry, you are guilty.
And I just worry she's going to get deported. Like, with the current political environment, other administrations, maybe that would not be as much of a worry. Go pull a Karen, but now it doesn't look good for her, and she's not. I mean, Ashley says it like, I would be coming to this like a pilgrim, and she's kind of not,
or a nun or something.
Yes,
no, that's where the like oblivion or the like she's disassociating from it or something. Like, it doesn't seem like she's being realistic about her situation.
No, not at all. So we're gonna get a little more on it, but then let's get to some other things. So Stacy, it's so funny with Stacy because they did like the package, they call it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was such a shady package. But
Yeah.
it's like, no, this is just the stuff
Because
Stacy
she
has
lies.
going on.
Well, because she's a liar, so it's just her constantly contradicting what
Just
she
the
says.
stuff she's got going on.
Yeah.
So let's talk about her voice because I feel like we were texting a little bit about this. So Tia comes and says Stacy's voice changes.
Yeah.
When she is not on, when she's not performing.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, Jessica, did you remember what I said? Like the editors like cut to, they were doing a break.
Yeah.
The cast was doing a break.
Oh, yeah.
And Ashley was talking about how she got a vitamin D shot in her
Yeah,
butt.
she's
and
like, in your butt. Like,
she's like, you let someone shoot you in your butt? And it was a different,
voice.
I swear they left that in there so we could
because it was
see
such a random ass comment and discussion they were chatting about. Yeah.
Stacy also is literally stick straight the whole time. Her back
She
does
is
not
like
touch.
beauty queen. I know.
It does. She does not. Her back
Mind
does
you,
not touch.
we
the
have to
couch.
put towels behind us because we're not sitting straight enough, and we're still mashing the towel into the chair.
I mean, I totally agree though. With all of Stacey's messiness, I still kind of like her.
I know she has a way about like
Just-
somehow being likable, but like infuriating because she's such a liar. Like know she's lying through her teeth. But I don't think she thinks she's lying. That's what we talking
Yes,
about.
yes.
Like, is there a difference if you're doing it maliciously or you're literally so like loopy that you don't even know you are?
Craig's
yeah,
like
she
that.
is Delulu.
Craig's like that on
Yeah.
Southern Charm. Like he really thinks that he's
Yes, yeah.
speaking his truth.
Right. Storyteller.
Speaking of people who annoy us, Angel. So Angel has purchased her Potomac home and seems to also have gotten her lisp fixed. Jessica, did you notice that? Angel throughout the season, and like honestly, no shade, this is like objective.
Yeah.
She has a lisp. Like she's talking like this sometimes.
Yeah.
It is fixed. It is like King's speech fixed.
I wonder if she had like Invisalign or something during the season.
Maybe, but it's not there
Because I don't know how you fix that as an adult. Like, I kind of feel like if you don't do it when the kids have it, like, you're kind of stuck with it.
You go to speech class, but I agree with you. Like
speech
that would have
therapy,
had to
it's
happen.
a little harder to break when you've been doing it for that many years of your life.
I mean, so Angel, we haven't really gotten into the Colorado of it yet.
No, that must be part 3.
Part 3, yeah.
Yeah, but we get like real craziness with Kay and Jassy. I was like, I literally forget you two are on this show.
I love Jazzy. Are you kidding?
You do?
Yes, I think Jazzy's so much better than Kay.
She is, but I don't respect her when her mans had like kids.
Right.
Like that all.
She still
I'm
got
like,
married to him.
you just wanted the NFL. You wanted to be a wag, and you were not letting that gonna be breakup worthy.
I agree.
Sorry. Talk about career ending. Talk about relationship ending things. Oh, finding out your boyfriend's made someone pregnant. Yeah, pretty relationship
and you should have
ending.
talked about it a little more. She tried to push it
totally
under the rug
brush
so
it under,
hard.
yeah.
Kiara, why are you pulling out a picture frame? Like, why did she pull that picture frame out?
The way she's like trying to convince herself that she was happy with and she's like, I love picture frames.
People who pull stuff out of reunions, like, let me just say it as a word of all the housewives that listen to our podcast.
Yes.
Like, you have to, the thing you're pulling out has to be
worth it.
iconic.
Yeah.
It's got to be a cigarette. It's
The
gotta
bunny.
Be, yes, the bunny.
Kim Richards returning the bunny to Lisa Rinna and Lisa Rinna having a single tear. Iconic. It's in the clubhouse. Kiara, your picture frame won't be in the clubhouse.
The binder, Monique's binder.
Yeah, that one's
iconic.
pretty iconic.
All right, let's talk about Ashley real quick because I do think that's a thing. So Ashley
Because I think that's a thing.
made out with that Charisse's son. And then we heard that Charisse was saying that that's her daughter-in-law. Jessica, that was so produced.
Yes, I know.
Ashley makes out with Jackson, and they try and make that Ashley's kind of storyline. And then we hear that Charisse was
fine with it and encouraging it.
encouraging it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think Potomac does one thing really well in these reunions, which is that they don't talk over each other.
Yeah, you said that. Yep.
They get to the bottom of things.
Yeah.
And then they add in details that maybe were not clear to viewers that make us really realize what the situation was.
And Potomac, I would say, as I'm like quickly trying to calculate in my head, as far as I can think, they're really good with not doing off-camera shit.
Yeah.
Isn't most of it live happening?
Other than like the small little details of this or that.
Yeah.
It's not like there's entire plots and
We
narratives.
don't have bloggers.
Right.
There were no bloggers in this season of Potomac. Thank God.
I think other women just need to learn from these reunions. They handle themselves really well with it.
Like Salt Lake, they need to like zip certain people's mouths shut when someone else is talking.
Salt Lake, that reunion almost like ruined that.
Almost broke you.
Yeah, it ruined the season almost for me because it was so, and then it's 3 parts of it, you know? All right, Jessica, let's move to what are the kids talking about these days?
Yes. Well, this one is just an interesting kind of stat from this research that was done, and they don't go into the why of it, so we can surmise or come up with our own theories. But the Gen Zers, this is the first time that those who are not married or have kids yet, the question was, do you want to get married and do you want to have kids? For the first time ever, a larger percent of men are saying they want kids, and the women are like saying no.
Sure.
And my theory is that the women that are getting older have seen enough of like the men not stepping up and participating, and they're like, that doesn't look that great to me. Like, if I don't have the right partner to do it with, that's me surmising that like the younger women are like, that looks like a lot of work. I don't know.
Well, it's people who have just gone through it.
Yeah.
I'm here to say it is.
It is, but it's so worth it.
It's so worth it. I agree with you, but like our husbands right now have taken both of our children to this bar.
They're at a bar with the babies
as we're potting here, and it's like that was kind of a thing. You know what I mean? That was not a normal like maneuver for them.
Right. Yeah.
And even stuff like that, I do feel like you have to kind of like December has taken on a whole new meaning for me where it used to be such a fun holiday season, and now it's like literally it almost tipped me over in a way.
And you have your daughter's birthday. So there's just like
but December for men is still fun. They just get to show up to stuff in their Christmas wear.
Yeah.
For women, December is like a brand new fresh hell, you know, when you have a kid.
Because of the gifts and, don't get me started. Are you going to do Elf on the Shelf? I mean, I think I'm not going to tell her what that is. That's too much work.
I couldn't even get a Christmas card out this year. How the fuck do you think I'm going to do Elf on the Shelf? Like, what? You gotta be crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wish I could say something different for Gen Z, but I'm like,
I know.
No,
that's where I think
true.
they're just like looking, going, these dudes aren't gonna pick up the slack. So
yeah. Well, I've also heard studies that men live longer if they're married.
Yeah. And if they have daughters.
Ah, interesting.
Because daughters like really like take care of their dad and are the ones being like, are you taking your vitamins? Like, did you go to the doctor?
Like, that toe looks like it has fungus.
Right. Like, and I think it's true. Like, that was the joke. My mom is one of 5 girls, and their dad, my grandfather, lived to 92.
Yeah.
And he's like, all these daughters keeping me alive.
They're all picking on him.
Yes,
I do that with my parents. I'm constantly eyeballing them like, what's that?
Yeah.
What's that splotch? Like,
yeah.
I'm like,
have you gotten a skin cancer check in a while?
Yeah, I'm like, what's wrong with your eye? They're always nervous when they come see me because I'm always like asking those questions. Anyway, Gen Z, I'm here to say, you know, have the damn kid and get ready. Okay, let's talk about conspiracy theories. So one quick one and then one that's like super popular right now.
Okay.
So conspiracy theories. So right now, aliens have become back on the scene. Have you seen this?
Because of Barack making some comment?
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, the whole thing is that the aliens have always been real, and they're waiting for us as a human race to like get to a certain level of intellect and sophistication that we would actually be able to understand and like take on this knowledge without freaking out.
We're never going to get there. First of all, we're all getting dumber with AI.
Well, at this point with the aliens, I'm like, okay, can you come help with this? Can you come?
Do you guys
make
have some better
right?
technology?
Yes, because I'm like ready for them at this point. Like I'm just like
just to shake things up.
Like as long as you can see that I come in peace, like I'm ready for you because we need some help on this earth. Yeah. Anyway, so this is about that, right? So aliens exist. It's becoming more and more mainstream that aliens exist. Donald Trump has released more files recently to show that they know that aliens are a thing. Anyway, so back to the Miami Bayside Mall. Remember when the aliens kind of came there, or people thought the aliens were there?
Oh,
it was a Miami mall where basically there was a ton of cops.
Yes.
Like think of what you would normally think an accident, and it was like multiplied by 100.
Forgot about this.
And the whole conspiracy was that the police said it was kids shooting off fireworks, and people were like, no, it was aliens.
That's not what happened.
Somebody caught like video. The big rumor was that somebody caught video of these huge figures, but basically like he was like silenced. He like could not share the video. Anyway, so cut back to that now with this whole thing about the aliens being real.
Yeah.
So if you take the latitude and the longitude of the Miami Mall that they landed at and you flip them, that gets you to Antarctica. So the whole conspiracy is basically the aliens
are meant to go to Antarctica,
and they flip the coordinates on accident.
So they're not too bright either.
And
that is hilarious.
That it's like truly like Men in Black. Aliens are like boop 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 boop.
Yeah, and then
like damn
like,
it,
oops,
Jessica, you flipped the coordinates.
We landed in the wrong
spot. We're in Miami.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, second conspiracy. This is like very popular right now. Okay. So the whole thing about Justin and Selena, have you seen this?
No.
So in the Epstein files, this all started with the Epstein emails. He has one email that he sends to somebody who's redacted. And the whole point of the Epstein thing, I'm not meant to talk about that, but in the email he says, quote, he has decided on Selena Gomez, but he spelled decided as D-I-E, decided. So everyone's like, oh, he killed Selena Gomez. And so this has started this whole conspiracy theory
that she's a clone or
that
something.
Her and Justin had a baby and they had to either sacrifice to this pedo satanic cult ring, her, Selena, or the baby. And they chose her. And the baby is Rain Kardashian, and Kourtney Kardashian is raising Rain on behalf of them. Because remember, I've talked about this before, Jessica.
People have surmised, is that Scott Disick's son or not?
Because he looks exactly like Justin Bieber, this kid Ray.
Yeah.
And everyone has said, oh, they had a relationship. And now with this decided email with Jeffrey Epstein, they're like, okay, so Selena got cloned, and the Selena we see now is not the Selena, and they had a baby, and here's all the reasons why. This is
my God, okay.
It's funny because it's if you see both sides, you're like, this is ridiculous, but it's also true.
Yeah.
So everyone has said her face has changed drastically, which is true.
Well, you could more recently because of Ozempic.
Botox and Ozempic or lupus, right?
Oh, or that.
So Justin has an angel tattoo of Selena on him, and he says this has in his song, "If I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you."
Oh yeah, I love that song.
So that's point one, that she is passed.
Okay.
Point two is that she had a kidney transplant. Yeah. And the person who gave her was her best friend, Francia Rhea.
Yep.
And in the next couple of years, they had a massive falling out to the point that she didn't get invited to her wedding.
They don't speak.
Yeah. And somebody who gave you a kidney?
Yeah.
And the whole rumor is that Francia Rhea stopped speaking to her because the personality changed a lot after the kidney transplant.
I don't know if the timing, that kidney transplant was more recent than Selena dating Justin.
Oh, 100%. It was after. It was after. Okay. But it was back in like the 2000s. It wasn't last year. Right.
Yeah.
But so anyway, so they chose Selena was going to be a sacrifice. Then the kidney transplant was when they swapped her in for the clone. Justin knows she's dead, which is why he's off his rocker.
Well, however old Rain has to be when Selena died.
Right.
Oh my God.
Rain is their child, and Benny, what is her?
Blanco.
Benny Blanco is the clone's handler. Because that's the other thing everyone can figure out why Benny Blanco is so ugly, marrying Selena Gomez, who's so beautiful and like successful.
I mean, the pieces are intriguing, but I think for sure some horrible stuff happened to Bieber when he was 100%. In his infancy in his career with being younger, and now what we're finding out, like the absolute shit that Hollywood has
And
been part of.
And he is amazing. I love his music.
Yeah.
And I just wish he could give us a signal, like a wink or something, like blink twice if you've had this happen. Like, just because we all kind of know it, and like
blink twice if you had to kill your girlfriend to save your baby.
And she got cloned.
And someone else is raising your baby now. How did Kourtney Kardashian get asked to raise the baby?
Because the Kardashians are in everyone's business. I don't know. But it's a good point about Justin Bieber, because my mom said, like, well, how was his, he was at the Emmys recently, or Grammys maybe?
Oh, and he performed.
Yeah, in his boxers.
Yeah.
My mom was like, how dare he? And it's just like, if you know, you're like, don't touch Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he's been through it
so much. Anyway, for next time.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Jessica, great talking to you.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.